pledge allegiance to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Meeting is being recorded. Roll call. Thomas here. Moore here. Range here. Dennis here. And his sister Jeff here. Motion on the agenda.
I'll make a motion to amend the agenda to, I'll make a motion to amend the agenda to include sewer planning module for Reinheimer subdivision under new business.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Comments from the floor. Public comments on agenda items only. Hollenback Township residents only. Limited to 3 minutes each. No comments? Okay. Moving right along. Motion at the minutes of the last meeting.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion set the cash report attached to the minutes.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion to pay all bills as presented.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Reports, road report.
We've been doing some bar work and also grading our dirt roads. That's it.
Planning Commission?
Planning Commission met at the Township Building at 7 o'clock on April 21st, 2026. Motion, meeting opening with the Pledge of Allegiance. Present were Ralph Winterstein, Mike Reinheimer, Daniel Jensen, Harold Reinheimer, Daniel Grange. There's no comment on agenda items. Old business, a motion by Dan Durange, second by Ralph, to table the Talanka subdivision, awaiting county comments. Motion by Dan Durange, second by Mike, to send the Harold Reinheimer planning module to the supervisors for signatures. All were in favor. Harold abstained. Motion by Mike, second by Dan Durange, to table the Harold Reinheimer subdivision, awaiting county comments. All were in favor. Harold abstained. No public comments. Motion to adjourn by Dan Durange, second by Ralph. All in favor. Meeting closed at 7:23. Y'all hear me back there? Good?
Thank you. Sewage. Zoning?
One permit this month, Austin Young on 102 Old Mountain Road for an addition to his garage.
Thank you. Fire Chief? Report? EMA?
I've been emailing back and forth with Kendra from the EMA. She couldn't be here tonight for this meeting. She had something already planned, but she promised she will be here for the June meeting. She discussed anything to do with the emergency procedures, the changes in the siren setup, going to the phones. So have your questions ready for June.
Next supervisors monthly meeting will be held on Tuesday, June 2nd at 7 p.m. Supervisors held an executive session with the solicitor on April 22nd to discuss the relocation. Correspondence, old business.
I have none.
How about new business?
Business. New business, I make a motion to approve the sewer planning module for the Rhineheimer subdivision.
I'll second it.
Aye.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
That's it for new business? Public comment period, items not on the agenda. Anybody have any public comments?
Jay, I just have one question. I'm not sure if it's old or new. At the last meeting or the prior... Okay. Oh, you have it up there? Okay. Thank you. At the prior meeting, and we had also attended the Nescapeck Township meeting, have you heard anything more about the PP&L, whatever's going on over there? Have you heard anything? Is there any updates about that, what's going on? Nothing?
Not since they sent the package and I replied to it.
Okay.
What happened?
So nothing, okay. I didn't really heard anything at all. Thank you.
Anybody else?
I do. Hi. So I wanted to share my 2 cents with you tonight. Literally my 2 pennies. I wanted to talk to you about these 2 pennies. And I wanted to share with you about this community. So to some people, these 2 pennies are just 2 cents. But if you have the right penny, they actually could be like $6,000 in your hand if you have the right ones. And I wanted to say that because each single person in this community is more valuable than you think, on both sides of the table. Whatever team you might be on, if you're on the data center team, not data center team, each person on both sides are really, really valuable. And then I don't want to play games, like let's get together and play some games, have fun. So if we were to play like heads or tails with the pennies, and you'll go, which one am I going to be? What am I going to win, heads or tails? If I end up having one end that maybe I wouldn't want, right? It looks like that side could say that we might not have water. But if I were to have to choose between no water and a couple friends up the street who would be willing to share their water with me, I would rather choose that, having no water and some friends, than no water and no friends in the community. And so I shared that as well because unfortunately I feel like I'm a leader, which kind of sucks, like it's terrifying to come up here and just say no. It's scary. And I want to be a really great leader. And I think to be a really great leader, it actually consists of me not always being right. And I can be pretty confident in what I know, but I'm not always right, actually. And I could be wrong. Now, I know from my no data center team, they're probably like, okay, you're right. But what if I'm wrong? I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But I will never know if I'm wrong if I don't have a conversation with somebody who has a different point of view than me. And so I wanted to share that because I wanted to advocate tonight and speak up for the other side. Because we have spoken a lot about the data centers and what we do, but we haven't had the honor and the privilege to humbly hear why they're doing what they're doing, which is a gift to know that. I will share with you and advocate for you from what I do remember hearing them say online. I don't know those people, hey, you're watching. I don't know who you are, but I want to say 2 things, advocate for them and to help us walk in more love and grace to them. There was a father out there who didn't have enough money to pay his bills for his children, and so that's why he chose to want to sell his homes. I also know that there's probably another woman, don't know who you are today. She as well was struggling, and she communicated that she also feels like she had a lot of allies in this area. And that is really sad to hear, and I'm really sorry for that, because that's a really sad thing. But the good news is if I choose to look inward as a leader, then I can reflect and say, well then how can I be a better friend? And how can I be a better neighbor? And how can I find the ones in the community who don't feel like they have allies? And so that concludes with my one point before I wrap it up, is I'm going to start offering free free exercise activities, get-togethers at the park, that's okay, on different days of the week, where people can come to work out for free. I'll bring some weights, you can bring your own, but to not to waste gas, go into town, can work out, become healthier, and make some friends in the community. My last thing that I would like to share is that I really would like to hear what the other team has to say, and to be great, because if we get what we want, it doesn't mean we're winners. Like, when have you ever got what you wanted with your wife and you won? Just because you fight and win an argument doesn't mean you're a winner. We could be losers if we get what we want. So I want to be a winner, and that consists of, if I don't get what I want, I'm still loving the opposing team, so I would like to hear what they have to say, and if they do ever become courageous enough to stand up here because it's a scary thing to do, that we can respond to them with no name calling, no belittling, no talking over them when they speak, but to humbly hear what they have to say because it matters. And before I close, thank you for letting me say everything I had to say. I really appreciate it. The one thing that I want to let them know as well, if they never choose to have the courage to speak to us face to face, we will never be proven wrong, and I will always think I'm right. So I will always think I'm right, and I will never be challenged with my belief. And then what if I am wrong? So I will always think they're wrong, and they will always be, in our eyes, the wrong team. But so if they speak, they have the opportunity for us to win together and solve the problem. Thank you.
Anything else?
I'm Eulalia Kingsbury. Just have a quick question. I'm sorry if this has already been answered, but has the township been approached by any developer?
Darn much. Anybody else have any comments?
Carmela Mitchell, 384 West County Road. Actually, my question is for you, Mr. Rockman. Can you please tell us what your business relationship is with James Brando?
He's an attorney at our law firm.
And can you please tell us what James Brando's involvement is in the Briar Creek Township?
I have no idea.
Okay, so he's a partner in your law firm.
I didn't say he was a partner in my law firm.
Okay.
He's an associate attorney in my law firm.
Okay. So then, you're not aware of his involvement with Briar Creek and the introduction that he's just bringing in the data centers into Briar Creek?
I am not involved in his cases, nor is he involved in my cases.
Okay. My other question is we've been told that Attorney Nyhart is the one working on the curative amendment. Is that still correct?
That's correct.
So why were there executive meetings with the solicitor, which I'm assuming we're led to believe is Mr. Rockman,
Down there, that was Attorney Nyhart.
on all the occasions on March 1st, March 12th, March 26th, March 31st, and this latest one?
That's correct.
Okay. But just because it's not clarified in the agenda that you say it's the solicitor. Our assumption is our solicitor is Mr. Rockman. So all these have been with Attorney Nyhart?
That's correct.
Okay. Then why on the 20th?
He's doing a curative amendment.
Okay, that's fine. But then on March 26th, we had a special meeting where you wanted to hire Attorney Karate. On the same day that you're saying you had an executive meeting with Attorney Nyhart.
Just so I can clarify, I was involved in, I attended several of those executive sessions. But any matters having to do with the curative amendment or the amendment, I did not participate in those discussions. Attorney Nyhart handle those discussions.
Okay, but then still go back with the data center, so you don't think it's a conflict of interest with your firm and you that we're battling this curative amendment to not have this here? Because Plus a Law Firm had also been recused from both Hazel Township and Sugarloaf.
I don't know what you're referring to. What would the conflict of interest be?
Well, that Attorney Slusser has property over in Tom Hicken that was questionable on being sold to the data center, so they pulled themselves from being the solicitor.
So how would that constitute, assuming you're right, how would that constitute a conflict?
Well, I am
First of all,
right. It's been in the newspaper.
I'm not representing the township in connection with the curative amendment or the amendment.
Right, but my question is
Nor
that
is our law
it
firm.
seems still a little shady or a little foggy that your law firm is involved with so much of the development of data centers.
That is not accurate. And to the extent that we are, as far as the Hazel Township data center, we have recused ourselves due to a conflict, but there is no conflict in Hollenback.
Not in Hollenback, but the township, or the law firm you are with is bringing in the data center or fighting with the data center amongst the data center in Briar Creek.
I don't know that. I'm not involved in that.
So
relationship.
it was in the press enterprise,
Okay.
so it is fact,
Okay.
and it's been out there, but how do you, I don't understand how you don't know. And no further of what's going on with the hearing for the curative amendment?
What is the current status? Is that what you're asking? Judge Hughes has recused himself due to a conflict. We're waiting for a new judge to be appointed. That's what I know. Also, there was a petition to intervene that was filed by Attorney
Could you
Clark
use the
on behalf of his
microphone,
client.
please?
Yeah.
Hello? Judge Hughes recused himself. He entered an order recusing himself due to a conflict, and also a petition to intervene was filed on behalf of certain landowners by Attorney Clark. I gained that knowledge from looking at the docket, which everyone is able to do if you have a computer.
Correct. And would you like to explain to the crowd what the petition to intervene actually is? Because when we had our special meeting here on the 1st of March, and that was actually a hearing, and we were told about getting standing, can you explain to them now that for what you had said, that seemed that it was going to be kind of easy for them to get standing, which technically it's not. We know it's not. Now you have to petition the court for an intervention. So do you want to explain that to them? Is anybody who...
Any landowner whose property is affected by the curative amendment can file a request to intervene in the lawsuit.
And the steps to go about that would be?
Filing a petition to intervene. A request to intervene.
Right, so you have to go through the pathonetary?
You're-
Or is that something that you can do as a solicitor for the
I
township?
cannot do that, because
Okay.
that would be a conflict with special counsel involved, and I can't do that, nor can I offer legal advice, but I am doing that to try to answer your question.
Well,
You handwrite a petition to intervene, my property is affected, I want to intervene in this litigation. That's it. It's as simple as that.
it's as simple as that.
Simple as that.
So any one of us can just go to the pathonetary with a piece of paper, and it's that simple.
With the caption number, we file a request to intervene.
Please pay attention to that.
Do you have any questions about what I just said? Are you doubting
It's
what
not
I
that
just said? I
simple.
don't
It's
know.
not that simple. We've been to the pathonetary.
Okay.
We have tried to get this for people who
And
need
what-
standing,
what to
and
do?
it's not that simple.
If I might ask,
But
what,
we
if I
have,
might ask, if I
we
might
have
ask,
on your
if I
word,
might ask, what did the parliamentary tell you?
that it's pretty involved steps. And really, you need to have legal counsel to do so.
That would be preferable. If you're asking, should you have legal counsel, that's a separate issue. I would recommend that you do have legal counsel.
Right. But your words are making it seem that it's so easy that any one of us could just go to the pathonetary, hand them a piece of paper so that we have legal standing in what's coming up
You
for this
filed
curative
a
amendment.
petition to intervene in the litigation. You're a property owner in Hollenback Township, and you are requesting the court's permission to intervene in the litigation. That's it.
The other thing
If
about
if you're asking me, would I recommend that you have an attorney represent you? The answer is yes, I would.
And for those of you who haven't seen or aren't aware, the names on the left side of this paper, those are the ones that are coming after the township and you. This is why we're talking about the standard. All these names on the left-hand side, it's the township and you. Keep that in mind. Thank you very much.
I guess I have a question, because I did call the Pathonetary office. It was a little bit of a runaround, I'll be honest with you, for almost 2 hours on the phone. I asked for that paper that you're saying about the interview.
They're not going to give you a paper, they don't give legal
Yeah, well,
advice.
they, when I asked, I said, can I get that form there, can I?
There's no form.
So, but they had nothing, they sent me to a different office. I asked that office, they sent me to a different office. So it's probably almost 4 different offices trying to figure out what I needed to do.
I'm not surprised.
Well, I wasn't surprised to be honest with you, but it just didn't make it as easy as I thought it was going to be. And I spent a majority of, like I said, about 2.5 hours on the phone with the courthouse trying to get that done.
Here, let me go one step further. Here's you're welcome to take the copy that I have, and make copies, keep this,
No, I just
and make
wanted
copies. This
respectfully.
is a notice of intervention that was filed by Attorney Club on behalf of
Which that one.
5 individuals.
That would include the attorney, yes, it is. But I was thinking.
Copy it, insert your own name if you're the person that wants to intervene, where appropriate, go and file
Okay, I just respectfully say I had a difficult time doing it, but thank you.
it. I just wanted to make sure, you're welcome to a copy of that as well. I forgot your name, sorry. There's a copy of the notice to intervene.
Okay, thank you.
Copy it, insert your name, your address, file it. You can also file it online. I'd be happy to walk you through that too, if you like.
Okay, appreciate that.
Sure.
Anybody else? Motion adjourned.